Hey friends, Sheelagh here, and today I wanted to talk about exercising in the winter, in the cold. It can feel really hard to do, and honestly, I used to hate the outdoors. I hated being cold, I hated being wet. I would much rather be inside with a book, and over the years that has changed. And now I love getting outside, I love moving outside and exercising outside. I know that right now a lot of those things we use to get that movement and exercise into our day, like the gym, like different activities, a lot of them are closed right now, and that's really hard. But the outdoors is an amazing way to get in our exercise and our movement. But it doesn't always feel the easiest to get outside when it's really cold or snowy or rainy. So I want to talk about the tips I use to get myself out even on those days where I don't really feel like it. So let's get started. Now, step one is you gotta bundle up. I really believe when it comes to enjoying time outside, you have to be comfortable, and that means being warm and being dry. And that is where the right clothing is key. One thing to keep in mind is our faces and heads and upper chest, they feel changes in temperature the most. So that's why it's so key that you wear a hat, you wear a scarf or a neck warmer. If it's really cold, you even wear something that's covering your face. But heat escapes from any part of the body, which is why it is so important that we equally cover our entire bodies. My friends, do not be afraid of snow pants. I know we think of them as for kids, but no. That second layer, keeping your legs warm, goes a long way. Warm winter waterproof boots are key. And don't just stop at the boots. Make sure you have thick, good socks inside. For your top, just layer. All the layers. You can do a tank top and a t-shirt and a long sleeve and a sweater and another sweater. You can do however many sweaters you want. Just keep that torso warm. And then of course, don't forget the gloves, don't forget the hat, don't forget the scarf. Moral of the story, keep your whole body warm and dry. Also, if you can, have your inner layers be moisture wicking fabrics that are going to help get that sweat you're releasing away from your skin so your skin doesn't get wet. And then your outer layer, you want to be waterproof, especially if it's raining or snowing, or if you will be rolling in the snow, because that's always fun, as well as insulating, so they're keeping that heat inside. It's never fun to be outside and to be cold or to be wet, so make sure that you dress for the weather. Always favor comfort over fashion when you are trying to be outside. If you think, this hat's so cute, or, you know, if I wear another layer, I'll look too bulky. No, no, no. And then of course, you need to factor in the activity you're doing. So depending on what you're doing, you're going to dress differently, of course, but just make sure, favor layers that you can take off over being too cold. And even if it's not gonna look the coolest, dress so that you're comfortable. And you can look pretty cool anyway. Am I right? Step number 2 is to find an activity you love, which is why I'm taking you on one of my favorites, walking or hiking. I feel like walking and hiking don't get the credit they deserve. Often people refer to them as like just to walk, or, you know, I wish I could run, but I'm just walking right now. There is nothing wrong with walking. Walking is an amazing way to get outside, which is great for our mental and physical health, just being in nature. Also, it's a great way to see people and socialize. I know right now there are restrictions depending on where you are that may or may not be an option, but if you are able to get out and go for a walk with a friend outside, it's such a great way to connect with people and get your movement in at the same time. Also keep in mind, when you're walking, you don't have to restrict yourself to just walking. You can incorporate a lot of other movement. Often when I go for walks, I'll do some lunges, I'll do some arm exercises, those things that help improve strength that I find it harder to do when I don't have access to the gym or the activities that I usually do. Also, my favorite way to incorporate extra movement into my walks is to dance. No joke, I actively dance while I'm walking. And let it be known that I'm not normally walking in trails like these. I actually live in the city and I still dance down the streets because it just makes it more fun. And that's what movement and exercise should be. Fun. Running is also a great activity. It's one that if you have the right clothing for, you can really do any time of year. Biking is awesome. Of course, it just kind of depends on your road conditions and your comfort level with those road conditions. And then when there's snow, there's even more options available to you. If you have the budget for it and you have access to trails, you can go snowshoeing, you can go skiing. And if you have any kind of hill, you can go tobogganing. So there's lots of options out there. It's just about finding activities that you love. Step 3 is to create moments you really look forward to. For me, I love water, lakes, rivers, streams, the oceans, whatever water I can find. As soon as I see water, I just feel this incredible calm. I also have a bit of an obsession with bridges. I just think bridges are super cool. So I'll go for a walk or a run on a hunt for different bridges or to my favorite bridges. I think it's important wherever we are to find those things that we look forward to. So yes, I find when I'm in the forest, there's a million things I want to look at and that I look forward to. When I'm in the city, my paths can get a little more repetitive, but I still find those things that I really look forward to visiting and seeing. When I see them or experience them, I just feel this instant joy and excitement and connection. Whenever I do any kind of movement or exercise outdoors, I always try to make room for silence. Silence isn't something we always get a lot of. There's a lot of distractions. So I try to build in some moments during that time outside to just be in the moment, to take a deep breath, to hear whatever sounds I hear, to smell whatever I smell, and to just be really, really present with my environment. But there are also those times where you need that distraction or that escape, and exercise outside can be a great opportunity for that. I think it can be really helpful to have a podcast or album that you really love and you only listen to when you're out on your outdoor movement, because that can really encourage you to get out and do it and make it an experience that you genuinely look forward to. Step number 4 is to take it easy on yourself. The goal with exercising outdoors is to support our mental and physical well-being. And so what's really important is that we're enjoying it and that we look forward to it and that we're comfortable while we're doing it. Because the last thing we want to do is turn it into a chore or something that we dread. So if you're feeling unmotivated to get out and do some exercise outdoors, that's okay. Try, if you can, to commit to just going outside for 5 minutes. Try to summon the energy to bundle up and get yourself outside, even if it's just to walk up and down the street for 5 minutes. There's a very good chance that by the end of those 5 minutes, you're going to want to keep going because you're out there, you've done the work of getting dressed and getting outside, and you'll probably keep walking or running for longer. But if after those 5 minutes, you're just like, I'm done, I want to be inside again, that's okay. Above all, be kind to yourself. Okay friends, that's it for today. I hope you found these tips helpful and that you're feeling a little bit excited about heading out on your own outdoor adventures and getting a little bit of movement into your day. If you like this video, please give it a like. It really supports my channel. And if you like these tips and you want more of them and more regularly, you can follow me on Instagram at Sheelagh.Daly. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.